Imagine a civilization so old that it was already building cities when much of the world was still learning agriculture. A civilization that survived countless wars, invasions, dynasties, revolutions, and disasters, that still stands today as one of the most powerful nations on Earth. This is the story of China, and it begins more than 5,000 years ago, long before skyscrapers filled the skylines of Beijing and Shanghai. People settled along the Yellow River, often called the cradle of Chinese civilization. The river brought life, but it also brought destruction. Massive floods could wipe out entire communities. To survive, people had to work together, creating some of the earliest organized societies in human history. According to Chinese tradition, the first rulers were legendary kings and emperors. While historians debate how much of these stories are myth and how much is history, they became the foundation of Chinese culture. By around 1600 BC, the Shang Dynasty emerged. This was one of China's first recorded dynasties. The Shang developed bronze technology, writing systems, and organized governments. In fact, some of the earliest known Chinese characters date back to this period. Many of those characters evolved into forms still recognizable today. After the Shang came the Zhou Dynasty. The Zhou introduced a powerful idea known as the mandate heaven. According to this belief, a ruler governed with heaven's approval. If a king became corrupt or incompetent, natural disasters, rebellions, and unrest were signs that heaven had withdrawn its support. This idea would shape Chinese politics for more than 2,000 years, but eventually, the Zhou weakened. China broke apart into rival states. What followed was one of the most chaotic periods in Chinese history, the Warring States era. For centuries, powerful kingdoms fought for dominance. Yet out of this chaos came some of China's greatest thinkers. Confucius taught the importance of morality, family, education, and good government. Laozi inspired the philosophy of Daoism, emphasizing harmony with nature. Their ideas continue to influence millions of people around the world. Today, then, in 221 BC, everything changed. A ruler named Qin Shi Huang defeated all rival states and united China for the first time. He became China's first emperor. The Qin Dynasty standardized weights, measurements, currency, and even aspects of writing for the first time. People across vast regions could operate under a unified system. Qin Shi Huang also began connecting defensive walls built by earlier states, laying foundations for what would later become the Great Wall. But the Qin Dynasty was harsh. Heavy taxes and forced labor created widespread resentment. After only 15 years, the dynasty collapsed. Yet the idea of a united China survived. The Han Dynasty rose next and became one of the most influential periods in Chinese history. Under the Han, China expanded its territory, strengthened its government, and opened trade routes that became known as the Silk Road. These routes connected China to Central Asia, the Middle East, and even Europe. Chinese silk, paper, and other goods traveled west. Ideas, technologies, and religions traveled east. The Han era became so important that many ethnic Chinese people still refer to themselves as the Han people. But no empire lasts forever. The Han eventually declined. leading to centuries of division and conflict. China split into competing kingdoms. Once again, yet despite the political turmoil, Chinese culture continued to develop. Buddhism spread throughout the country, influencing art, philosophy, and daily life. Eventually, China reunited under the Sui dynasty, though short-lived. The Sui accomplished a remarkable feat. They built the Grand Canal, one of the greatest engineering projects of the ancient world, linking northern and southern China through thousands of miles of waterways. The Sui were followed by the Tang Dynasty. Many historians consider the Thames a golden age. Chinese poetry, art, technology, and trade flourished. The capital city, Chang'an, became one of the largest and most cosmopolitan cities on earth. Merchants, scholars, and travelers arrived from across Asia and beyond. China was becoming a global center of culture and innovation. After the Tang came the Shang Dynasty. The Song period saw extraordinary technological advances. Chinese inventors improved printing, developed gunpowder applications, advanced navigation, and expanded commerce. Some historians argue that China was experiencing conditions similar to an early industrial revolution centuries before Europe, but new threats were emerging. Powerful nomadic groups from the north challenged Chinese rule. Eventually, the Mongols conquered China. Their leader was the grandson of the famous conqueror, Genghis Khan. His name was Kublai Khan. Under his rule, the Yuan dynasty was established. For the first time, all of China was governed by a foreign dynasty. The Mongol Empire connected vast regions of Eurasia, increasing trade and cultural exchange. It was during this period that the Venetian traveler, Marco Polo, claimed to have visited China, introducing many Europeans to stories of its wealth and sophistication. Eventually, resistance grew. The Yuan dynasty fell, and the Ming dynasty took power. The Ming restored Chinese rule and oversaw a period of stability and prosperity. This era saw major construction and reconstruction of sections of the Great Wall. It also witnessed one of history's most remarkable maritime adventures. Admiral Zhang. He led enormous treasure fleets across the Indian Ocean. His ships visited Southeast Asia, India, Arabia, and East Africa. Voyages demonstrated China's technological and naval capabilities long before the age of European global empires reached its peak. But the Ming eventually weakened. In the 1600s, the Qing dynasty took control. The Qing would become China's last imperial dynasty. Under Qing rule, China's population grew dramatically, and its territory expanded significantly. However, the 1800s brought serious challenges. European powers sought greater access to Chinese markets. Military defeats and unequal treaties weakened the Qing government. Internal rebellions caused immense suffering. By the early 20th century, many believed the imperial system could no longer survive. In 1911, revolution overthrew the Qing dynasty. More than 2,000 years of imperial rule came to an end. China became a republic, but stability did not come easily. The country experienced political struggles, regional conflicts, and competing visions for its future. Then came one of the darkest chapters in Chinese history. During the Second World War, China endured invasion and devastating warfare. Millions of lives were affected. After the war, A civil conflict resumed. In 1949, the People's Republic of China was established under Mao Zedong. Meanwhile, the government of the Republic of China relocated to Taiwan. The new government transformed Chinese society through major political, economic, and social changes. Some policies achieved significant goals, while others led to severe hardship and controversy. China's modern history remains complex and deeply studied by historians around the world. Beginning in the late 1970s, economic reforms accelerated growth, factories expanded, cities grew rapidly. Hundreds of millions of people saw improvements in living standards. China became a manufacturing powerhouse and one of the world's largest economies today. China is home to more than 1 billion people. It leads in fields ranging from technology and infrastructure to manufacturing and scientific research. Yet what makes China's story truly remarkable is not just its size or power. It is its continuity. Dynasties rose and fell. Empires expanded and collapsed. Wars reshaped borders. Yet, through thousands of years of change, a distinct civilization endured, from ancient oracle bones to modern high-speed rail. From the Silk Road to the digital age, China's story is one of resilience, adaptation, and transformation. And after more than 5,000 years, that story is still being written. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of China, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who loves history, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the past. Because history isn't just about what happened, it's about understanding how our world came to be.